we on deck right now.
I what's good though? What's good? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You feel me? Handling shit. And this heat is not making it any better, man. When you go outside for a second, you drained. You didn't even do shit. You probably just walked to the car, came back, and it felt like you done did so much work, and you really
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
yeah,
So it's been a chill thing for me over here. What's good with you? I've been seeing your ass been going crazy with the tweets. I see all type of things going on in Miami. Kane's
yeah,
kind of going through. You feel me? I'm like, okay. Even
yeah.
on my even on
Crazy.
my Google, man. You feel me? Like Kane County just pops up. You feel me? Like on my Google, like
I'm so glad to hear that,
this,
bro.
that,
I'm
and the
so
other. That
glad to
shit
hear that.
popping up. Yes,
I'm
like to
so
hear
glad to hear that because as a businessman, like I'm looking at everything, and I'm looking at like if it's popping up at the top on Google, and Rivals actually made some changes. Rivals had some meetings with me this week, so they kind of gave me what I should have had last year when I started, to be honest. So I
that.
do feel
Okay,
a little bit salty about it,
okay.
but still, at least they gave me some information now that's gonna help grow the business and whatnot. And there's a lot of changes, and I think part of the changes is getting it higher on Google. Our stuff like Rivals overall. So it's gonna be a better year, man. It was a tough year. Officially 1 year anniversary was July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So
Congratulations.
thanks. It was a tough year, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just kind of adjusting to it. Um, running a business, managing staff, just trying to figure out what these subscribers want. The message board, managing these three sports: football, basketball, and baseball, and recruiting. That's kind of like a third sport. It's just been a lot to handle, but I probably learned more in this last year than I have in my entire career, and it's only just gonna help me grow even bigger. You know.
Yeah, definitely, man. And at the end of the day, piggybacking off what you're saying, like, I seen the from the beginning to the growth. I see like how you made changes internally. You feel me? So even though you probably was discouraged on the first year, everybody got to go ahead and crawl before they walk. For you to come from football hotbed and now you're doing the Kings County thing and you got employees under you, and you got to do this and got to do that, and you got to stay on top of people just to make sure that and on top of keeping that content out, for me, you may be discouraged for me, but as your homeboy, like I'm proud of you, and again, I think Rivals, all in all, is proud of you because they see that you was doing this without the support that you probably should have had from the jump, so. If it was so discouraging, they probably wouldn't have gave you them resources. They probably would have been like, you feel me? We going to go ahead in a different direction. But for them to go ahead and support you, you got to look at that. Like they see what you're doing. They see, you feel me, on different platforms, how you're raising that quality that they probably didn't have before. And again, you gotta learn. And I think it's a growing step and a growing page. And I think you're headed in the right direction. And I only got props to say to you.
Appreciate that, man. Social media is what has helped my brand really grow. I mean, if it wasn't for, the twins and Frank just kind of promoting Kings County on their platforms and myself, promoting my own stuff on my platforms and the YouTube. Shit, I don't know where it would be right now, because the YouTube has blown up just because of people just love the Canes, man. People love the Hurricanes, and of course, we're gonna get into it about them. But let's just get into this podcast, man. It's the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm Marcus Benjamin, chilling with my guy, Wesley Pierre, aka Westradamus. Make sure you follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we gonna talk Miami sports. That's what we do on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to start, man. I'm gonna let you, kind of, set off where you want to kind of start this off, and then we'll just go from there. From you, from more, because I'm in it. I'm in the mud in this.
Yes,
um,
definitely.
so just tell me, like, from the outside looking in, from not just the Canes perspective, but a whole South Florida sports perspective,
I
what's
mean,
popping out to you?
me, of course, you got the Miami Heat. We gotta set it off with the Miami Heat. Of course, you had a whole bunch of trades that happened. You see, Gabe Vincent, he's gone. He went to the Lakers. I think he signed a $33 million deal, which is cool. You feel me? Go ahead and get that bread. Everybody that come from the kennel, they go ahead and leave and get paid. I mean, you seen Duncan Robinson, he got paid. Everybody got paid. So, you got.
I told you we wasn't supposed to pay him. Remember, I was just like, don't keep Gabe Vincent because they gonna pay him that bread, and that's what happened.
Of course. And the reason why I said keep Gabe Vincent was because I'm like, Dame Dollar was not in the mix at that particular time. I think he was, but it was not anything that was solidified. It done kind of blew up a little bit more since the last time we actually spoke about it. But it says something about Dame, but it had a lot of other individuals that's still out there that the Heat could have probably acquired during that particular time. But I mean, I'm looking at what happened, and Dame saying, "Look, I ain't trying to play with nobody but Miami, Boston, New York, Philly, all y'all boys, Brooklyn. Y'all trying to come and holler at me? I'm straight. I'm gonna tell my agent, man, if y'all motherfucking go ahead and try to trade for me, I am not gonna go to training camp. I'm not playing for that team. I'm only playing for my dog Jimmy Buckets and my dog Bam Adebayo. So, and the Godfather and Pat Riley. So, it made everybody else that probably had so much other things that they could have offered to already made that deal happen, be reluctant to go ahead and make that happen. And I like that. I like that Dame finally opened his mouth, Mr. Loyalty. Everybody been crabbing about people that been running to this team, running to that team, chasing championships. But my dog stayed loyal. I can say my dog because I already feel like he's in the Miami Heat jersey. Why? You feel me? Why that is? Because, again, when we were saying before, you had on Will Smith playing in the background, and I know Will Smith don't have a good name right now, but it was Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. So that was not a coincidence. You have Jimmy Butler talking about doing like this. I mean, we know what time it is. It's Dame time. And for me particularly, I remember when Dame Dollar said, "Oh, if we're still in the finals," he was like, "If they win the finals, most likely I won't be able to come over there. Why? Because they're gonna try to run it back, this, that, and the other, boom, 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 boom." But he said, if we lose, they got a good shot at getting me. And for me, I thought about it, and I'm like, even like, damn, you feel me? Like, did we kind of blow it? I don't think that's in our DNA to blow it, but damn, man, you feel me? I probably would have blow it too if I could go ahead and get Dame Dollar, and then have him for a few more years rather than just 1 year with a group of people that overachieved. And I feel like you said was gonna go ahead and get that bread. You got Gabe Vincent that's gone. You got Oladipo that's gone. You got even though he's injured, salute, you feel me, on your endeavors, but you got paid. We gave you this, that, and the other. You got Strus that's gone. You got a few people that's gone. And in this deal with Dame Dollar, he said, Caleb Martin, I need to play with my dog. You feel me? We was giving Caleb Martin all type of praises, this, that, and the other, because he overachieved defensive-wise and offensive-wise. You know, I mean, Strus and Gabe Vincent, Gabe Vincent was more of a player too. He was one of those people that got under people's skin, and then he made you look crazy. You feel me? Someone that small. But as far as Strus defense wasn't as great. It was good. It was okay to be on the Miami Heat the way we play defense, like as a team. But again, I'm happy these guys are gone. Got that bread, like Tyler, what's his name? The one that went to Brooklyn a few years ago. Tyler Johnson, got your bread. And, I don't even hear about you no more. Because, again, at the end of the day, these people that come from Miami, we build them up. But the reason why they're that great is because they're in Miami, not because that different city have that same work ethic and everybody's going to go ahead and play like they family. So again, that's why you see people like Tyler Johnson and all these other people that did left. They got the money. They are not the same players. Hassan Whiteside, same thing, not the same player. Now, when it comes to the Dame Dollar situation, because that's what we really want to talk about. Nobody really want to talk about Gabe Vincent, Strus, and all these other individuals, because everybody's saying that they're overachievers. The only people that really give them praise is the MarcWes Sports Podcast and anybody that go ahead and talk about Miami from Miami. Now, I'm just looking at this situation and I'm just loving the way it is. You feel me? Like, they say they don't want Tyler Hero. I was talking about don't pay Tyler Hill that bread and pay somebody else a few years back on the MarcWes Sports Podcast. That same player he wound up playing for the Lakers. But I'm just looking at it like we're in a great situation. I don't know what we're gonna do with Kyle Lowry. I still want his bitch ass gone. I know you still want his ass gone too, and I know you're thinking you're like,
Of course.
yeah, of course he needs to be gone. But as long as we get Dame Dollar, it's cool for me. My problem right now is how long they gonna drag it out. I really don't think that Jimmy Butler or Bam Adebayo really need to get him now. If it drags a little bit, it's all good as long as we acquire him. But I don't want us to have to give Jovic. I don't want us to have to give that rookie that we just had that was balling in the summer league. I don't want us to have to go ahead and give Caleb Martin. And you know the funny thing is that's why I fuck with Pat Riley, the Godfather. His ass made sure to tell whoever runs that summer league for the Miami Heat to not play Jovic, not play that rookie because they was balling. And you know, right now we're in the trade talks. You don't think that Portland's gonna be like, yo, I want them young boys right there. I want them little niggas, man. I want them because they're showing me that they could ball like big dogs with heavy nuts, the way that we've been talking about for the Miami Heat. So I just think that we should go ahead and hold off on, trying to give so much. But again, I just feel normally I'll be crabbing right now because Miami Heat hasn't made so much transactions like the previous years. We've been sticking it out with the same mediocre team that eventually overachieved. But if we could go ahead and get Dame Dollar, it sounds feasible now. Before it was a dream. Right now it's like he's like at the front gate. You feel me? But we're trying to figure out how to open the gate because we can't find a key. So from my understanding, the Miami Heat got 3 first-round picks for him. They want to go ahead and give Tyler Hero, but they don't want Tyler Hero. But yo, if it's that close, because I think Portland won 4 first-round picks. If it's just 1 pick away, you could get anything over here except Bam and Jimmy. Get anybody. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. What you think?
It is what it is. I mean, but I'm not as confident as you are. I mean, like the fact that it's taking this long gives me a lot. Makes me nervous, man. It makes me nervous as fuck because
the beaches,
like, it hasn't happened yet. Like, why? Why hasn't happened yet?
Because it's the beaches, the women, and the weather. Everything works harder in Miami. Everybody else that want to get a trade, it happened quick. When it happened with Miami, it's always some type of bullshit. Even when we wind up getting Tua, you feel me? Like bullshit again. We wind up getting COVID and everything like that. It's just we're cursed, and people hate us because the beaches and the women and the weather. But you can go ahead and continue and explain.
Yeah, it's to me, it makes me nervous, man, because I feel like it's all about the money, and they're trying to keep those young guys, and I think you're gonna have to give one of them up, if not both, Jovic or Jaquez, and draft picks, and I know Tyler Hero is in the conversation as well to get traded. I don't know. I'm not sure or absolutely sure that it's going to happen. And I am cautiously optimistic though with the whole thing. I mean, obviously I want Dame Dollar to come. It'll be the new big 3. And there would be a lot of pressure though on this team to perform. It's going to be a high pressure situation to not only make it to the finals, but win it, because Dame is a Hall of Famer, and Jimmy Butler is a Hall of Famer as well. And because the NBA Hall of Fame is not really that, it's not really that exclusive. Like anybody could get in pretty much. If you have a pretty decent season or decent seasons over a course of your career, you're pretty much going to get into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. So I think they have a legitimate chance. I hope it happens, because if it don't, running it back is not what's up, man. It's just, I mean, yeah, I love it. I love this team. Obviously, I'm a Heat fan, but to run it back again, to put everything on Jimmy again is not going to win us a
Gotcha.
championship, man. It really isn't. And unless Tyler Hero takes a significant step up and can stay healthy, because
His ass ain't gonna want to be over here. You
we've
think his
been
ass gonna want to
seeing
be over here after this? We can't run it back because his ass don't want to be here. He already deleted everything about Miami on his on his page.
I mean, that happens a lot with players. Players get in their feelings, and a lot of them stay. And I do also want to rebuttal what you were saying about, oh, once they get the money, they don't play well, because I've already stomped that argument down with
How?
a bunch of players,
How?
that
Who?
have got the money and they still balled out. Come
From
on, man.
who?
Jimmy Butler, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes.
We're not talking about those players. Those players are people that are great. We talking about the Tyler Johnsons. We're talking about the Deion Waiters. We're talking about these people that got money, and we're talking about the what's his name, the wide receiver that was on the Dolphins that only played half a quarter. and he retired or some shit like that. We're talking about these guys. We're not talking about Jimmy Buckets.
Well,
We're not talking about Tyler the Cheetah.
It's not always like a guarantee situation. Is what I'm saying. Like, some players ball out after they get the money. Some of them don't. It's not such a cut and dry thing. So yeah, I think once Dame comes over, I'll just go ahead and put it in the universe. Once Dame comes over, this team is going to be a legitimate team to be dealt with, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Spoelstra is going to be on Dame too, as far as defending, because let's be honest, Dame's not the best defender. You know what I'm saying? Dame is like, it's like Steph defending. Like both of them are like on par with how they defend, which is going to be kind of an issue, but if he has the points to supplement that, there's going to be days where he's off, and that's where you need Jimmy Butler, and you're going to need Bam Adebayo, and you're going to need Caleb Martin to kind of come in and step up and get some buckets for you. But I'm still nervous, man. The fact that it hasn't happened yet, this is dragged on for a long time, bro. It's like we hear something, and we think it's going to happen the next day, and then nothing happens, crickets, and then the issue from what I hear is that Portland want to get as much as they can from us.
They want 4 first-round picks.
They giving away their franchise player, obviously, which is going to be which means they have to rebuild, and it's really their fault because you had this dude for how long and you didn't build around him. You put CJ McCollum around him, and you thought he was the answer. I can't even think of any other players. I think Carmelo was there for a little while, but it wasn't like, and they made the playoffs that one year, and then Dame had that walk-off shot against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, made Westbrook look crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that the other thing about Dame is that Dame's got this bravado, man. Dame's got swag. Dame, he's not about that bullshit, man. He's about that work,
Jimmy
and he's trying to win. And and Jimmy's kind of the same way. Jimmy's probably more. I don't know. Both of them are dogs in their own right. Jimmy, it just gives you more on both sides of the basketball or the court, rather. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I'm still optimistic. I still hope it happens. It better happen. It's Dame time, but Dame time is late, bro. Dame time is late, bro.
It ain't late. The season ain't start yet, man. It ain't late, man. Because I know you don't care as long as it don't matter if it take another month. If we get them, you ain't gonna care. You ain't gonna care about all this. And plus, you got your mind on so many different things. Like, it ain't even nothing. They talking about the Canes, they talking about the Dolphins, they talking about a whole bunch of different things. So, at the end of the day, like, when we get to it, when it happens, we ain't gonna care. The people that really, is kind of, got their chests out is Portland, which I understand. And I feel you saying it's their fault, but it's also Dame's fault too. Cause damn, nigga, like, why you gotta sign the extension knowing that this team is not giving you what you want? You could have signed a 1 year or a 4-year deal with a player option after year 1, another player option after year 3. So you could always have some type of leverage. I don't understand why all these people always sign these deals. Yeah, sign the deal as much as you want. You know, normally Marcus really want y'all to get paid, but I want y'all to get paid too. But be smart. Put some type of stuff in your contract, like what LeBron did with the Miami Heat. You signed 7 years, you left in 4. You had that player option. You had no trade clause. You had all type. Put whatever you need to put in there, so when it get to times like this, you got the up. You really got the heads up on everybody.
I totally agree, because now Portland has all the power. Dame has no power right now. And
exactly.
I think his agent needs to be fired too, to be honest, because I mean, the fact that you let him sign a deal like that, you constructed this deal for Dame in Portland, hoping that they would build a team around him, and he still was loyal to Portland right before free agency started. And he basically said, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm still loyal to these guys. I'm still, hoping that they could build a team around me. A couple of weeks into free agency, he see all these players going everywhere. He's like, yo, nah, man, trade me to Miami. I do love the fact that he says, I want to go to Miami, though. That is love. Like, I probably haven't heard that from a player in a long time. So the fact that he just outright said, I want to go to Miami, that's love.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm also thinking, like, when it comes to the contract situation with these guys, it's like, everybody want to go ahead and get paid. I feel you, and I don't think everybody is as smart as they think they is. That's why they be having agents, and I know a lot of people be smart, but you got a lot of these athletes that sign these major deals and they broke because they're not, the mentality wise, they're not thinking about what me and you saying right now. Have these stipulations in your contract so you can have a way out. All they see is money. I mean, you had Zion thinking the other day, he went on a podcast talking about, when you young and you have all this money and it's hard for you to work out, and I forgot what podcast it was, but again, this is one of these people that's supposed to be the future of the NBA, and these are the same individuals that don't know how to handle fame, or don't know how to handle money, or don't know how to handle contracts, how to invest money, this, that, and the other. It is what it is, but that's just on this generation, because you don't got a lot of people that's really, look at John Morant. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Same situation, But one thing I wanted to say about, since we talking about the Miami Heat, did you hear Paul Pierce, bitch ass, running his twat?
No. What do you say now?
That's why I don't respect Paul Pierce. I know he's one of the best players in the NBA that played. He ain't trash. I ain't gonna try him like that, especially in the beginning, before in his prime. Even before KG was there, he was balling like a big dog. You feel me?
But he hates the Heat. I already know.
Yeah. He hates the Heat. He hates Ray Allen.
Him hating on Miami.
When you try to be a journalist, you want. You for the Kings. You from the crib. You see the shirt. You see the background. You see. I already know. Florida all day, Miami all day on your end. But you are not biased. You're going to try your hardest with your journalism, you feel me, in you to see it both ways. You feel me? And yeah, what this gook said. Won't make the playoff, won't make it out the first round. You feel me? I'm like, how you going to make it? What? We get Dame Dollar and we not going to make it out the first round? We had supposedly overachievers and we're not going to go ahead and actually do what we need to do to actually win. Like, I'm looking at this guy like, you are the dumbest person in the world. I like the podcast that you on with KG because you look dumb as shit. You look like always drunk or
I did see that.
You feel me? But again, even when with the girl that you got to pay for a girlfriend. That's what you're saying on the damn show. Like, are you proud of that? Just shows how dumb you is. You go on national television and you say, there's this thing where you could pay for a girlfriend. That's one comment. We know you hate the Heat, but for you to say that the Miami Heat won't make it out the first round if we get Dame Dollar and we just came from the finals, like, yo, it just baffles me how people can be so dumb. This is why ESPN fired you a long time ago. On top of firing people like Jalen Rose for saying,
they fired his ass because he was smoking weed on his live.
Yeah,
Like
he's an idiot. Yeah, man. I know.
Like, I can't believe we did that too. And then he went on like what's the show with Brandon Marshall and Shady's on there.
The Pivot.
It's called the Pivot. The Pivot. Yeah, the Pivot they call it now. That's the new name, I think.
No, I Am Athlete.
I Am Athlete. Yeah. He was like baffled that of how he got fired. He was like, yeah, I wasn't even doing nothing. I was just chilling out of the party. And then they came out. It was like, nigga, you were smoking weed on your live. Like, you thought that like that was cool. Like, man, that's what they said, man. Like, I just couldn't understand it. Paul Pierce has some hate in his heart for the Miami Heat. And I understand it because we sent you fishing many times in the playoffs, so I understand why you hate, but I don't feel this hate from KG like that, you know what I'm saying? Or Rondo. I guess they're not in the limelight, I guess, as much, as I don't know, KG been around, he's been on podcasts a lot. I don't feel all of this hate for the Heat.
KG's a real nigga, man. Yeah. That's why Paul Pierce he think he real because he came from Oakland or California. He just think that he's a real nigga because he grew up in that neighborhood. No, KG's a real nigga because he gonna tell you he don't like you in your face. The only time I didn't like when he, pretend he's the tough guy and then somebody try to, square up with him and he kind of back off or look at the referee like, but other than that, he's a cool guy, man. That's somebody you want to be around. I mean, you seen that movie he had with what's his name, the comedian, and what's his name, the Waterboy guy, Adam Sandler. Yeah. Exactly. He had a good movie in that. I mean, certain people have a certain energy about them where we play basketball and we're rivals on the damn court, but off of that, you feel me? Like, it ain't shit. You feel me? Like, you gotta understand, there's only he ain't gonna chill with broke people. I mean, you gotta understand, like, certain classes gonna chill with each other, and people in the NBA gonna chill with each other. You feel me? People in the NFL gonna chill with each other. Y'all may not like each other when you playing, but you're not gonna do anything to injure that person. You're not gonna do anything to harm that person financially. Paul Pierce is just an idiot. You feel me? He's a dumbass, and he's one of these people that you just like, he always say or do questionable things. Because like you said, somebody, you don't know how you got fired, but you're smoking on live. You're a public figure, you idiot. You kind of have the way of thinking like John Morant. You feel me? Yeah, you can have a gun, but you're a public figure. And while you're in line with this big ass company that make billions of dollars, you need to make sure that you're either not on social media toting that gun, you're not on social media smoking them trees, but hey, you got a glass, you got a cup of lick, that's legal. I'm a grown ass man. Certain things like that is okay, but some people don't know the common sense that me and you have.
It's just the depth of the hate that Paul Pierce has with that statement, though, because Miami obviously is a team that overachieved. Now, I think for the most part, the nation still hate the Heat, hate Miami sports, but I think even some of the nation was coming around to the Heat with this playoff run that they just had because it was such a great story. People love great stories. The fact that this team, from a first play-in team to make it to the NBA Finals, they come back from being down against Chicago in that game. They knock out the number 1 seed. They make it all the way to the finals. Jimmy Butler's going crazy until the end, obviously. But I think even the casual fan who's not a fan of any NBA teams had to admire this run from the Miami Heat.
Yep.
And after a run like that, you come out with a statement like this when Dame's not even here yet. Like, if Dame was here, then you said something like that. Okay, like, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But you already have this preheat You know what I'm saying? You know, when you preheat something in the oven,
Mm-hmm.
that's already the hate that's building up. Like the heat hate is just embedded in Paul Pierce so much that he was like, oh, Dame is about to go to the Heat. They're not gonna make it out the first round. Like, really, bro? Like, come on, Paul Pierce. Like, if you listening to this podcast, you ever see it, just stop it, bro. Just enjoy your life, enjoy your money, enjoy your fake girlfriend. Keep rotating those fake girlfriends or escorts, whatever they are. Enjoy that. Sip on your little wine, smoke your bud, but stop hating on the Heat. You just look foolish. You just continue to look foolish. Just stop it. It's just like the time where he tried to say that he was better than Dwayne Wade, and Jalen Rose had to call him out and say, and just kind of list out all the facts and say, hey, you don't have a scoring title. You don't have 3 titles. Deep all defense. Dwayne Wade was basically beating him in every category and made him look sad on national TV, and that was when he was on ESPN. So I think Paul Pierce just needs to stop it, man. Just stop with the nonsense. I mean, you give us something to talk about, which is great, and we get to roast your ass, but come on, man.
Yeah, man. Paul Pierce is definitely a heat hater. You know what I wanted to bring up? Damn, I wish Wes was on here. He looked like he got lost, but let me bring this up since I know Wes was talking about Kevin Garnett and how he has good energy. I want to talk about somebody who has good energy that we all know, Jimmy Butler, right?
Yeah.
So this is more on the gossip side of things, right? So let me just bring this up for you. Look like Jimmy Butler done came up off a little something. Jimmy Butler done bagged himself a little Colombian pop star, dog.
Wow, are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Wow,
Yes, sir, man.
with Shakira. Okay, okay.
Right?
Hey, man,
Yeah, man, doing it big out here, man.
hell yeah, he is. I mean, he's always been a dude that's had swag, and he's got this international type of swag that people that women like, or just people in general, just they kind of connect with him. And I mean, wasn't he with that other
Supposedly he was banging Rachel Nichols at one point, right?
Rachel Nichols? I heard about that, and he was with that damn, what was that other pop star? She's like a not Lana.
I think like Selena Gomez or one of them,
Gomez,
right?
that's the one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
man,
back.
Jimmy Buckets is a big dog, man, with big nuts and
Heavy nuts. Oh my God.
and apparently, these women is recognizing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah, she down.
shout out to Jimmy Buckets. Keep doing this thing.
Shakira and Jimmy Butler have been out a few times. That Jimmy beaming, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh, he kind of looks like Jamie Foxx now I think about it.
Yeah, boy, I can see his ass right by the pool, man. My name is Jimmy. Beaming. But yeah, man, my bad. The lightning just struck and the power went off at the crib. Had to wait for everything to turn back on. Of course. Oh shit! I need to fix the lighting.
Does that mean there's a storm warning? Because when there's a storm warning, that means that a player's about to commit to Miami.
Oh, come on, man.
That's what
and
happened.
Piggybacking off what you said, man, I know you heard about my dog, JoJo. What's going on over here? And we signed a defensive tackle too, 4-star too. I mean, we haven't been talking about the Miami Heat, not Miami Hurricanes in a second because there's been so many transactions. I know you've been here and there and everywhere trying to, get all these stories out. You feel me? But kind of like enlighten me because the biggest story I heard recently was JoJo. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, that's a 5-star, 5-star. I seen 3 or 5 store on 3 or 5 Sports in Kings County threw a whole bunch of clips on him once he committed. I'm like, oh my God, it just popped up. Like, yeah, and it popped up on Google.
Okay.
Case County, yes.
That's what's up. Go to CanesCounty.com for more on JoJo's commitment to Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, he's a 5-star guy. Kid I've been watching for a very long time. He's part of a legendary youth football team called the Miami Gardens Ravens. And this has kind of been an ongoing story. We were like the first to really report on it last year. And we started to report on how the Miami Gardens Ravens could be a pipeline to Miami. Check that story out. Just Google it. It'll come up at CanesCounty.com. And on this team, Jeremiah Smith, 5-star. Jose Leon, who's an unbelievable player. He's not committed to Miami yet. Maybe it could happen, but he's at Appalachian State. Davion Goss, Bullet, the running back from Chaminade. The quarterback, CJ Bailey. Miami commits Chance Robinson, Vincent Shavers, OJ Frederic, all play for this Miami Gardens Ravens team. And we also trying to get LaWayne McCoy, who's also committed to Florida State, to flip to Miami. So that is Ryan Mack. I have to shout out Ryan Mack as well, also committed to Miami. He's actually the son of the head coach of that team, Rod Mack, who played for the University of Miami. So that is what's brewing in Coral Gables right now. This Miami Gardens Ravens pipeline to the U, and the latest was JoJo Trader. Just to say a little something about him, he's got a really great catch radius. He's probably the best pure pass catcher that I've seen in South Florida right now. And that's saying a lot because Jeremiah Smith is his teammate at Chaminade Madonna. He is also a really great route runner as well. Very crisp, very smooth. And he plays defense as well. A lot of people don't know that, but he plays safety for Chaminade as well at a high level. He could be a high rated prospect as a safety, but he's choosing to play wide receiver. I asked him about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to chase people around. I rather people chase me." And I was like, "Okay, I respect it." Because he's an outstanding receiver. The first time he played on defense was for Miami Central, because he also played for Miami Central as well.
Pipeline.
But wanted to play with his youth football team, Jeremiah Smith at Chaminade. Part of the reason why he transferred, because that usually doesn't happen. Why would you transfer from Miami Central to Chaminade? Yeah, powerhouse to powerhouse. Okay. But yeah, he was in the championship game, played defense for the first time. What does he do? Pick six, 100 yards to the crib. So Josiah Trader is just a big get for the Hurricanes for a lot of different reasons. The fact that I already mentioned that youth football team that he was a part of, so he's going to continue to try to get JJ, is JoJo and JJ. JJ is Jeremiah Smith, to flip from Ohio State to Miami, and then LaWayne McCoy to flip from Florida State to Miami. Now, it's going to be harder to flip JJ than LaWayne McCoy. And, my guy Frank Tucker says that LaWayne McCoy is not even going to stay at Florida State, that he might, if he goes somewhere else besides Miami, it might be UCF. But
he ain't going to UCF. He can come to Miami.
I mean, you never know these days. If they see a spot, if they see a position where they can play right away, they could do that. You never know. But it's a big get for Miami. It's their first 5-star on the board right now. According to Rivals, they're 16th in the nation when it comes to their recruiting class. So the class is just going to continue to build up. And today, there's a possibility that they could have another player commit to Miami. Yesterday, they had Artavius Jones, who's an outstanding defensive tackle, commit to Miami. This kid plays basketball as well, just really athletic. And right after this podcast, I'll be posting a film review on CanesCounty.com, just kind of breaking down his film. My guy Steve-O does a great job with that. So tune in for that in about an hour. But yeah, he committed to Miami last night. So it just continues this momentum in recruiting. Now, one thing about Mario Cristobal, the guy can recruit, man. He can recruit with the best of them. And Miami has a barbecue coming up in a couple of weeks. And, last year, it was a lot of positivity coming out of that barbecue. So I expect the same to come out of this one as well. I expect all the commits to come out and other players to possibly commit as well. Miami's still in the running for a 5-star in Camarion Franklin. He's a defensive lineman out of Mississippi. There's still a good chance that Miami gains his commitment. So we'll keep a lookout on that. So it could be another 5-star on Miami's recruiting cycle list. And yeah, man, it's popping per usual in Coral Gables because July is just a hot recruiting month. I mean, every other day it seems like a new player is committing. But if Miami can really continue this pipeline from the Miami Gardens Ravens to the U, then Miami's going to be back sooner than we think.
Yeah, I like all that. I like everything that you're saying, But none of that shit mean nothing if Miami don't do what we need to do in the season to keep these verbal commits committed. Because you know how these people from Dade County is, especially now you got the NIL that can easily sway someone to, go somewhere else or do what that cornerback did to us, making it seem like he was going to come to Miami and he wound up going to Colorado. I think we really can benefit from all this. It can be sooner than later that Mario Cristobal go ahead and flip this shit, because definitely I need my Saturdays and sometime Thursdays to be great. You feel me? Because when y'all lose, y'all made me feel some type of way, and especially how y'all was losing last year, getting blown out by teams that you should have been looking over. And I know people say, "Oh, don't look over teams." Like, come on, man. Like, we got the stars over here, and then there's a reason why you go to that school and we go over here. There's a reason why we got so much funding over here and you don't have that over there. And for us to lose to these teams and make me feel some type of way and look crazy against these Florida Gator fans and FSU fans, anybody that hate the Canes, y'all need to make sure that y'all capitalize on this upcoming season. I know we have a whole lot of on players like Margoa and Pancake Honcho, but they're young. I want to really see like if we really could do something because we got TVD, but it's a new offense. And last year I know he was injured, with his shoulder and shit like that, but he was looking crazy for me, man. And you seen it up in person. If that's the same TVD that we have, not the TVD that had that confidence and shit like that, then we out of there, man. You feel me? And those commits are gonna be out of there too. So the games that we need to motherfucking win, we need to win them shits. We need to blow motherfuckers out because I don't want to just win. I want to whoop niggas' ass so people can see like, damn, all right, I'm coming to Miami, but we're not barely winning. We're dominating the teams that we were supposed to be dominating, and the teams like Texas A&M that may be close just because of the name of the school, just because of the name of the coach and certain things like that. Those are the games we could win by 3 points. Those are the games we could win by 5, 7 points. Every other team that's garbage as hell, that on paper supposed to be trash and supposed to be something that we leap over, we need to handle that shit. Because if we don't, all these verbal commits and all these prospects that you done just on praised, they're gonna go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to go through ring around the rosy again. Right now, like you said earlier in the podcast, it was kind of hard, what the learning phase of what you do with Kings County. But what makes everything easier? When we motherfucking win. There's something to talk about. You feel me?
One thing I will say is that Miami was able to keep most of all of their commits from last season, except for Komani McLean, like you said. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, they were able to keep a lot of players that, let's be honest, last season was one of the worst seasons ever, and for them to have a top 10 class after that is like, man, that's Mario Cristobal and that staff doing a crazy job. And yeah, man, I wrote a story on the first two games, just how critical they are. Check that out on canescounty.com, because the first game is against Miami of Ohio. All right. This is a team is in the bottom 90, I believe. I think they're ranked 90th or 100th, by most metrics going into this season. And Miami's favored by 17 points to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I think anything less than a 2-touchdown win is a disappointment.
Yes.
If they win by a touchdown, that's a disappointment, especially when he was favored by 17. I'm giving you 3 points of grace by saying 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the next game, they are actually the underdog against Texas A&M. They are the underdog by 6 points.
Good.
So basically, we're just expecting you to win that game. So you can win that game by 1. We'll be happy. So yeah, man. It to your point, those 2 games are really going to set the tone for this entire season. It's really going to let us know, okay, we're on the right track. If they beat Miami of Ohio by 2 touchdowns, and if they win against Texas A&M, both games are at home, you know what I'm saying? So you're not on the road, and they're back-to-back at home, so there's no travel. You stay home, you locked in, you have every reason to win those 2 games. Once you win those 2 games, of course, you're going to beat Bethune the next game after that. And then you're going to go to Temple. If you beat Miami of Ohio, of course, you're going to beat Temple. And then you play Georgia Tech, which you actually whooped up on last season. One of the rare highlights of last season was whooping up on Georgia Tech. That's that Cam Kitchens 3 interception game and 1 to the crib game. You have a good chance of starting 5-0. And if you start out 5-0, this city's gonna be on fire. You know what I'm saying? Miami loves the Hurricanes. The Hurricane, they probably like the Hurricanes more than the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Because they just expect more. Miami fans expect more from the Hurricanes, even though they've been average for the most part for the past 20 years. Miami fans still expect more from the Hurricanes. The Dolphins, you know what I'm saying? I think there's some expectations now because last season they made the playoffs. So I think the expectation is to make the playoffs again and to win a playoff game. But if that happens, we good. We good. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, because we know we building, Tua's getting better. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feel. But for the Hurricanes, for the talent that we have down here, for the fact that we got 5 stars like Josiah Trader down here in our backyard. Last year, Brandon Ennis. This year, Jeremiah Smith. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on. Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson. Like we got all of these players that were here and balled out, and a lot of them didn't go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? None of those players that I named, besides Trader right now, went to Miami. So that's why we expect more, because we see high-level football all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're our neighbors. You know what I'm saying? They're our classmates. There are, co-workers' sons. Like these are players that continuously ball out and on every level, youth, high school, college, and the NFL. So we expect good football from the Miami Hurricanes football program, especially since they've done it before. You know what I'm saying? They still lead the state in championships. You know what I'm saying? Florida State and Florida, they both got 3 each. You know what I'm saying? We still got 2 championships on them, and we've been pretty much mediocre for the last 20 years. So yeah, man, I think it's definitely heading in the right direction. But I'm with you, man. Like this next season is critical, and it all relies on Tyler Van Dyke, though, man. Tyler Van Dyke is going to be in situations, no matter the team, because you're going to be in a high pressure situation. You're going to be in a 3rd and long, and we're going to need you to make a throw, or we're going to need you to run for a first down. Or Shannon Dawson, new OC, we're going to need you to draw up something creative to get the first down, to get into the red zone and score. Not fumble the ball away, not,
big field goals.
Yeah, kick field goals. Although we got one of the best kickers in the nation,
I don't want field goals. I want TDs.
We don't want Andy Borregales being the highest scorer of this team. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we wish the best for him. That's my guy, Andy. But come on, we want to score touchdowns. We want this offense, air raid offense, to really ball out this season. So we'll see what happens. The defense, I'm not too much worried about. Francisco Malgoa, that boy stay healthy. We got a solid linebacker in the middle. And if you got Wesley Basaint on that other side, you're good to go because he already was starting last season as a freshman.
What's up with that deal on Popo? I think Popo Aguilar or something like that.
Yeah, Popo Aguilar, you just got there, so he wasn't here in the spring.
Tell me about how he looked, though. You feel me? Because like before he done came, people was talking great about him. I haven't really seen him really look at tape, but looking at him up close, physically wise, how do you compare him to the?
Physically, he's that guy.
Okay.
Physically, him and Marcellus Pulliam are those guys, bro. Okay. Even Bobby is that guy. Bobby took a huge
Mr. Hit Stick.
Yeah, Bobby took a huge jump in his senior year. He just filled out, and he's always been fast. Sometimes, he needs more direction, but he's gonna get that, on the college level. And like those linebackers, those young linebackers, I haven't seen a lot of Malik Bryant yet because he was hurt a little bit. But from what I heard from Ruben Bain, actually, me and Ruben Bain, whenever I see him, we chatted up, and he was talking very highly of Malik Bryant. And he was like, yeah, dude, fast. He was like, dude is really fast. So that's good to hear. He also said that Branson Dean, who's a transfer from Purdue, is gonna be that guy. Haven't heard a lot from him because he was injured, but he was like, yo, that guy's a dog. And he's probably not even gonna start. So I'm telling you, that D line, we're gonna get to the quarterback. That Miami of Ohio game, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, we're getting to the quarterback. What I'm worried about, of course, is what we always worry about, Wes, is a running quarterback. Can we stop a running quarterback? Now, Miami of Ohio, we'll see who they start because they got Blaine Gabbert. I don't know if you remember Blaine Gabbert.
I remember his garbage ass.
Yeah, his little brother is the quarterback from Miami, Ohio. And then, but he got hurt last season, just like how his brother do. He got hurt last season, but the backup was this running quarterback, Avion Smith, who had a really great season. He actually had the most yards running and throwing in the history of that school.
See, that's the shit that aggravate me. Every time, we're supposed to be playing one quarterback. I remember, I think we played, we played one team. I don't remember, but it was a regular pocket quarterback. He got injured, and then we wind up playing the running quarterback, and his ass was giving us the damn business. So me, I don't really want that guy to actually play. Find a way to injure yourself before we actually do play you. But again, that's that. You just, and me, still kind of being weary about, the running quarterback, even though it's a below average team. I ain't gonna say below average team. I mean, it's a team, but a team that we should be able to easily handle. It just shows you right now our confidence is not as great as it should be, because when we talking about the damn Canes, I'm trying to talk about the Canes like they were back in the G, where like we gonna mutt these boys. Oh, we want to bet too? Yeah, we gonna mutt that and we gonna win bread too. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, different sport, but it involves young players. I mean, if the light didn't, lightning didn't turn off my power, we probably would have spoke on it already. But did you see that NBA player? What's his name? Let me see if I can find his name. Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, nah.
Jalen Green. You didn't hear about Jalen Green? I seen the video. This guy was humping his homeboy.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the NBA. I couldn't believe it, kid. Oh, there you go. Look at the other nigga on the damn bed. They ain't even doing nothing. What the fuck is going on?
I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in that, to be honest. I mean, dudes be messing around.
Not like that.
Not
like that. You my dog. We would never play like that ever.
I know. Like we would never play like that. I wouldn't play like that. But
hey, that's white boy humor. Historically, that's white boy humor.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Like that is like a really good point, Chris, because white boys probably do that shit all the time. You know, like I've seen shows or movies where they slap each other on the dick. You know what I'm saying? Or flick each other on the balls. You know what I'm saying? I see that. Yeah, and it's nothing. It's like, okay, we a dude, we know we're not gay, and I'm just busting your balls, literally.
Nah, when I slap your ass on your ass for doing a good play on the damn court or on the damn field, okay. But what? Come on, Marcus, man.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. But I don't know, man. I don't really see it. I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't let nobody do that to me. You know what I'm saying? But am I gonna say that this person is either soft or gay? Maybe soft. But I'm not going to say that they're outright gay because they do something like that, because obviously it was kind of a joke, you know?
Yeah, but that shit suspect as hell. I don't care what nobody tell me. You feel me? He may not be gay, but his ass lost all respect for his ass. You feel me? For doing some bullshit like that. I'm sorry. I can't be politically correct right now. That was some weirdo shit. You feel me? You doing with your homeboy. So like, your girlfriend or your wife, like, so when I'm chilling with Marcus, what, she thinking that we playing like that? You feel me? Well, playing like that may escalate into something else, right? You feel me? Like, what are we doing over here, man? No. I ain't gonna let this nigga off the hook. You feel me? We can't be playing like that. I can imagine my wife going ahead and seeing a video like that, and I'm supposed to be Wes, this strong black man. And she see me over here taking it or giving it. Period. What are we doing over here? That's why people that get locked up, you feel me, and they have their separate life when they're locked up, they don't come home and be like, oh yeah, man, I ain't seen my girl in years. I had to go ahead and play like that. You feel me? In jail. No. I know this is not jail, but you're ashamed of that in jail. And you over here doing this in public is because I don't know what bloat you float. You feel me? It is what it is. I'm like Marcus, I'm not gonna say you gay, but if you're not gay, you definitely lost all respect from your boy over here. Because at the end of the day, if that's the way you go, then cool. You feel what I'm saying? Some guys, they like both. You feel me? Me personally, I don't believe in a guy liking both. It's only here or there. It's no in between for me. You feel what I'm saying? But right. Hey, if that's what you want to go ahead and do, cool. You feel me? But I don't want to hear this motherfucker come out and be like, oh, it was a joke. That's what T.I. said when he said that he was a snitch. Oh, it was a joke. No, we're not playing like that. That's what Josh saying when it was a toy. No. We're not letting y'all motherfuckers off the hook when y'all do some gook shit, some crazy ass shit, and you get caught. No, it is not happening. You seen the baby? He was just he was on the yacht the other day getting sandwiched. You feel me? By 2 billionaires, like sandwich. A guy hugging him from the back and another guy hugging him from the front. And yeah, I'm like, I don't know. You feel me? You portray yourself as one way. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you, but that would never happen for me. I'm sorry. That situation with the baby, this situation getting handled or giving the business to no, it's not happening. You feel me? Look at him getting sandwiched like you feel me? But you gonna say that you not this way or that way. I'm sorry, I can't not do this. We can't condone these things over here. Oh my God. So Marcus, I'm over here hugging you from the back like that? Really? No, it's not happening, Marcus.
I mean, first of all, it's a picture. Is there a video? Because if that's just a picture, right? And I know I've hung out. I know I've hung out with white people before. It's true. And like Chris said, it is, and Hispanics are like that too. Like I would say this: every other nation or nationality is a lot more touchy-feely guys, and they're not gay. Like especially me, because I watch soccer, bro. Soccer, like after a goal, they are hugging each other, sometimes kissing each other on the cheek. They're just a lot more touchy-feely.
But he's black.
And since
But he's black.
Who?
Both situations. The baby's black and the guy that getting humped is black. So I don't know how that can fall.
I mean, I get that. I mean, there's other black people around the world, like not just in America, but yeah, they like that too. I mean, there's black people in France and England,
Hey, can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead, Chris.
Wes, you ain't ever hugged one of your homeboys before?
I hugged one of my homeboys, but I ain't hug him like that.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, that's.
I told my homeboy I love him before. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like I got certain homeboys.
But that situation looks like he's at a party, right, and chilling, and then his drunk friend just comes behind him, was like, "Yo, what's up?" And then they snap a picture. Like that's what it looked like. Like what's he supposed to do? Get off me! Like come on, like that would be kind of weird for me to be like, oh, like in that moment where I'm having a conversation with somebody, and somebody that I know is my friend, comes around me and is talking to me, is like, hey, what's going on?
Not how
that type of thing. And then,
he had him like this.
I don't know, man.
Balls on butt. That's what he was doing.
I feel you, but like I know myself, right? Like if we chilling, everybody chilling, I'm drinking, I'm gonna come, put my arm around, fucking love this guy right here. Yeah, I'm not going.
Come on, Chris. I know you. That's not. It's an arm around me. You're not sandwiching me. You don't got your balls on my butt.
Let's analyze it. Bring it up again. Let's analyze the picture. Bring it up again. Let's
bring it up again. Come on.
See, it's almost like he was like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like.
What about the one? It's a sandwich. The sandwich. Oh, there you see. What? He happy.
Oh man.
Hold on. What 50 Cent said? What 50 Cent said on the bottom right hand side? 50 Cent's outrage.
He said, "See, this is why I don't go to no party, Puffy and them." The fuck is going on here? Get the fuck off my young ninja. What the fuck?
That's why I deal with 50, because I feel you that these guys in the world, some people be touchy-feely, this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, man, you feel me? Like, we're not doing that, Marcus. You're not doing that. Chris not doing that. Man, nigga, come on, man. We're not crossing that line. What's understood don't need to be explained. Just the plain fact that stuff like that is happening. You feel me? I don't know. But hey, if they want to float that way, it's all good. But like what 50 said this is why I don't go to none of these parties to deal with some of these people. You feel me? Because some people have different lives and want to put you in an awkward situation so people can question your ass or question your sexuality or question your manhood or whatever it is. But I know me, when I seen that, I'm like, come on, man.
I'm not gonna question Lil Baby's sexuality, because
I don't know. He probably
because of that one picture. I mean, if there's something else, or if there was a video, just a snap photo like that, like in the moment, I'm just like,
me. I question a lot
because
of people
I get
that's
to
in the
talk
industry.
about it. We get to talk about it, joke about it, but like, am I really gonna question this dude's sexuality because two white boys came and hugged him at the same time? Like, I don't know.
I probably don't go all in on him because I don't know him like that. But me, when I see a picture like that, I'm like, what the fuck this nigga doing? You feel me? I don't care who it is. I'm like, what the hell is going on over here?
I just wanted to correct Marcus.
That's
not two white boys. One of them is Kyle Kuzma.
One of them is who?
Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, okay. All right.
You see, again, it is what it is. Ultimately, you feel me? I stand with 50 and some of these parties over here where questionable things happen. Even people, they say when you get to a certain level, there's certain doors you can't open unless certain things transpire.
As long as it's not the back door, you feel me? As long as that back door is not opening.
The hidden door. It'd probably be the front and the back. I don't know what's been going on. You see he got sandwich, so I don't know. But hey, hopefully not. You feel me? But yo, man, I don't understand when these motherfuckers do some questionable shit like that and they leave it for debate. You never gonna catch me doing some or in an awkward situation where no, it's not happening. Probably if I hug a girl. And my wife, like, you hugged her a certain way. What the hell is going on? But my wife, she's not insecure. She knows it's just an honest hug or this, that, and the other. But that's the only way they're going to try to twist the story. Not because I hugged Marcus from the back and I got my balls on his butt. No, it's not happening. Not because we getting sandwiched. No, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We're going to try to be as politically correct as we want to be. Or can be, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not fucking happening. I'm sorry, guys. You feel me? You guys gotta hold yourself with a little bit of dignity and honor. You feel me? When people, come on, man. Everybody know. When I was growing up, people already know. Don't steal my lighter. You feel me? People that used to smoke this, that, and the other. It's certain lines you don't cross. Don't come to my crib and steal anything. Don't come to my crib and, you feel me? What's understood don't need to be explained. Do not come behind me and give me a hug with your nuts on my butt. No, I do not care. I'm gonna turn around like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The thing is, too, like, this shit could have happened to you, though, Wes. Like, you could have been, like, say, like, no. you have this moment with your homeboy. You'd be like, damn, it's been a minute. You hugged him. You like this, right? And then this other dude comes and hugs you at the same time, and then boom, they snatch a picture. Who's
gonna be that guy? Because all my friends are like you.
In that moment, you be like, "Damn, get off of me, bro!" But they already have the picture, and then
Marcus, you're saying
on
that
the internet, and people like us will question your sexuality.
Marcus, how many people that you know gonna hug me from the back or hug you from the back like that? I don't know one person that's gonna hug me from the back like that. So
when people are wrong and they in the moment, they just do, man.
I'm gonna turn around and question that motherfucker that's supposed to be my homeboy because it's not gonna be no random.
And Lil Baby might have done that, but we didn't see the video. All we see is a picture, and because of that, we question his sexuality.
Boy, we're gonna do our journalism when it comes to the video. We're gonna find the video. Right now, we don't have the video, but when we eventually find the video. And we edit it. We're going to go ahead and put that clip in. But again, that's where it's going to have a little bit more scrutiny, but it doesn't matter. My whole thing is you can't get sandwiched, one. And you can't, the other one, which was the original story, we're not going, Marcus, you're not getting humped by any one of your homeboys, or you're not doing the humping to any of your homeboys.
That one I agree with you. That one I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. But yeah, the little snap photos, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, I think it's somebody trying to make a story. Obviously, they made it, and now we talking about it.
That's just like AD. You remember the story with AD?
Yeah, I saw the video.
I'm like, come on, AD, unibrow. And he like, what?
Yeah, that to me was worse. The way it looked, the way that shit looked was worse. It was like, man, you taking it too far, bro. You taking it way too far, man. And then you want to come on the court and try to be mean and mean mug those. Like, nah, I remember where you was taking it like like a champ. You know,
you feel me? Like, I mean, if you gonna play like Dennis Rodman, then play like Dennis Rodman. At least Dennis Rodman is comfortable in his sexuality. For the most part, he pretend like he's straight. You feel me? I don't know. You feel me? But yo, grab somebody ass on the damn court to make him feel uncomfortable, so he don't want to guard you a certain way, so he don't want to post you and back up and put his butt on certain spots he's not supposed to be. Use it to your advantage, but do not pretend. Do not pretend like you're in a straight and narrow, and then you're over here swerving. You feel me? Hey, it is what it is. Hey, you feel me? Going ahead and talking about a funny topic, man. You know, the saga continues with Larsa and Marcus. Mike, his name is Marcus too. Marcus Gordon.
Is it?
Is it Marcus Gordon?
If it is,
he's
I'm
gonna be
ashamed.
Damn, man.
His name is Marcus. I am ashamed. I am ashamed.
You feel me? But yeah, the saga continues with this guy, Michael Jordan's son, while we figure out his name because he's not that important.
It is.
And Larsa Pippen. You feel me? I think
Larsa
Pippen
is Marcus. His name is.
Oh man, you feel
damn.
me?
Shame to my name. Shame to my name.
Yo, no, you seen when Michael Jordan was leaving like a restaurant or a hotel or something like that, jumping in the whip. And they asked him, paparazzi asked him, like, do you agree or do you condone on what's happening right now with your son dating Larsa Pippen? He said no.
Yeah.
He said no. He said no. He don't agree with it, which was probably the right thing to say. You don't want to add more fuel to the damn flame. You already won the war.
That does add more fuel to the flame. What you mean?
Why would add more? Huh?
If he says no.
Yeah, he don't agree. He don't condone what's happening. He don't want Larsa to be dating his son.
When you say it doesn't add more fuel to the flame, what you mean? Because
if Michael Jordan agree with it, then he's part of the triangle. His dad agree with that shit. His son knocking that thing down every other second. You feel me? And she just got all his bread. You feel me? So he's losing on all fronts. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, Scottie Pippen would probably hate Michael Jordan a little bit more. And you agree with that shit? You feel me? Not only that, your ass threw me under the bus when it came to the damn documentary. You feel me? Now you over here agreeing with this shit. You're supposed to say no, even though you probably say yes, huh?
I definitely see that part. But then it's the other side of, oh, he's not. This would be more like, I guess, more the liberal or the now generation perspective of it would be like, oh, he's not supporting his son type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought you meant but that's what I say when I say he adds fuel to the fire, because he adds fuel to the fire when it comes to that, you know, because they're always gonna be like, oh, he's not accepting his son, he's not letting him, you know, be his true self, that type of thing. But I told
his son work for me, get paid millions and millions of dollars, got Larsa just behind my name. What the hell? Like, yo, nah, man. You smashing her just because you my damn son. Yo, it's just like the roadies. You feel me? You got big artists, and then you got the hype men. They smashing the groupies. You feel me? Like, just because you're 50 Cent entourage, just because you're Rick Ross entourage, Kodak Black entourage, or Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like, you benefiting off the damn name, my boy. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, yo, the way you be looking, you look like you a goop. You feel me? You're a straight square. You feel me? Because any real nigga is not going to do what your ass is doing right now. Now, again, you may be adding like, yo, I don't fuck with that nigga Scottie Pippen, man. You feel me? That's my old boy. You feel me? My old boy don't fuck with your ass. I'm going to go ahead and smash your down on wife. We know she been a mutt. You feel me? Everybody know what it is with her. She's the old school Kim Kardashian. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? She done took all this nigga money too. She took half his pension too. She beating it. You didn't hear this too? They just decided on that shit like maybe like 2 weeks or a month ago. She won half this nigga's money, man. Now this nigga broke. You feel me? Supposedly he broke.
They was married. They was married though, right?
Yeah, they was married, but we're not talking about what's left over. We're talking about like if there's 100 million and Scotty blew 40 million. No, we're not splitting it off the 60 million that's left. We splitting it off the 100 million, meaning you got 10 million left because you blew that motherfucking money. That have nothing to do with me. That's what she took. You feel me? Like, and you a mutt, and you smashing this nigga on son. You're not even smashing the homeboy. You smashing the son. Like, come on, man. Yo, what's going on over here, man? And I'm like, damn. Hopefully this nigga don't marry her ass. Cause boy, or drop a jit on her ass. Because if he do, now you done drag the damn Jordan on brand. You feel me? Right now, you playing with house money, man. You can mutt this dime however you want, man. You can wine and dine her. You going to an expensive restaurant. You a fucking son to a billionaire, meaning you a billionaire too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, so, what, you went to Salt Bay and spent fucking $5,000. You wipe your ass with that money, man. Yeah. Like she's probably like, oh, it's all this money. Well, probably not now no more because she's a multi-millionaire now after taking this motherfucking pension. You feel me? But before that, like, yo, that's nothing. There's no why you think people like Nick Cannon, all these people have kids, all these damn kids. They don't care, man. Like, man, I can have as many kids as I want. Why? Because I got the money. People don't have kids because majority of the time finances. You feel me? Most people probably have a whole bunch of damn kids if they really wanted to. But again, ultimately, when it comes to these type of people, like, man, look at Diddy. Look. I mean, this is what happens. She's gonna wind up being like Zion, where
who is
fucking Marcus.
Oh,
like, yo, do not drop no fucking jit with this bitch. You feel me? Straight up, you feel me? Because like this mutt gonna take all your damn bread, and I know y'all women that's probably gonna be watching this shit. Y'all like, oh, Wes is talking shit, this, that, and the other. But I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of women taking advantage of men when it comes to this situation. You feel me? You got women that take advantage when it comes to child support. You feel me? They get the money. They don't use none of the money on the damn jit. They use it on themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Then you got other people that motherfucking you know you're a mutt. You know your ass don't got nothing to go for yourself. Oh, I look good. I got no stomach, big ass. I'm young and I look good. Or you could be like Larsa and you old and you look good. I'm gonna give this nigga the butt. I'm gonna make this nigga paint these walls white. I'm gonna drop this damn jit, and then I'm gonna be set for fucking life. That's what they doing. That's the same thing that this girl is trying to do to Zion. You feel me? These dimes. I'm not speaking about all women. You feel me? Because you got women that like, look, this is why I'm married, you're married, Chris is married. We got good ones. But you got doms that's like city girls. You got doms that's like Cardi B. That's gonna rape, you're gonna get it, dude drunk, steal his money. You feel me? Same like when we be watching on the news because we live in Miami. These older dudes that live on South Beach come from different places. They got their Rolexes, this, that, and the other. They holler at two little bops. Trying to do a threesome. Why? Yeah. Because the girl thinking that, oh, he spent $10,000 on us. He wipe his ass with that money. I'm a lawyer. I'm a surgeon. You feel me? And what they do, they take advantage of the situation. Don't be like he's manipulating. Because she could easily not say, I don't want this dinner. I don't want to holler at you. I don't want this bag. I don't want these red bottoms. I don't want none of this shit. I don't want to go to Bahamas or any of these different plane trips, private jets, yachts. You know we live in Dade County. All these dimes give all that shit up for certain shit like that. And that's the same thing that's happening right now with Larsa. That's the same thing that's happening with Zion. I'm sorry, but women, put it in the comments. I don't give a fuck because I know exactly what's really going on. I'm not going to be politically correct. Politically correct is what got us in this situation right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to go ahead and call it out for the world, for all the men that really are good men that get used by these damn tricks, these damn that you look good, but your ass inside you're a snake. You feel me? Inside you're gonna do whatever you can. Look what she did to Kim Kardashian did to Kanye. She made him crazy. You feel me? Look at all these damn people. This is what people do. These crazy ass doms. You feel me? And they're gonna make it the dude look like the bad guy. The bad guy is always people that look like me and you, men. Black men, white men, Spanish men, it don't matter. We're going to look bad just because we're wrong and they're right. You feel me? All the time, even though we're right. So,
Man, I love that rant, man. That was gold right there, man. But we got to talk about one of these bops out here, which is you kind of alluded to her, Mariah Mills. Mariah Mills is going off again on the internet. Like, shut up, be quiet. Go somewhere. Nobody wants to hear you. We know you crazy as hell. See, Chris about to pull it up right now, man. Like, oh my God, she just had to go off again.
I literally did not want to come to the internet, and I'm just tired of saving face for this man that's completely disrespecting me to the world, and I literally have to take this. Every time I come on the internet, people are bashing me because of this man, literally, and I'm tired of it. He knows, he said he's going to send me $62,000. I have yet to receive that since June. I'm literally here. Like, he's literally a liar. You guys, everything he says, he's a liar. He's not who he says he is. I literally been saving face. I did not want to come to the world and let you guys know what he has been doing to me my entire relationship with him. He is a woman beater, and the NBA needs to know this.
Oh my God, this fake ass.
I literally did not want to come to this because I know he has so many endorsements. But Zion Williamson is a woman beater. And the reason he was paying me off is so I won't come to the world and tell everybody.
How did she wind up being in porn so long? Her acting is horrible.
I mean, those are the worst actors and actresses are in porn. That's why they do it. And they're like, hey, I can't act. Might as well just be a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy to me, man. Crazy. Like, the what's for me was the comments. I don't know if you got a chance to look at it, but the first one I seen was like, I seen better acting on Tubi movies. That was the first one for me. I was like, yeah, because those Tubi movies be terrible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, those fake ass crocodile tears, man. And nobody's buying this shit. Nobody's buying that shit.
Somebody's gonna buy it.
It's just like John Morant with the gun that he said is a toy, you know what I'm saying, weeks later. So now this shit calmed down. People roasting and dragging your ass on the internet. Now you all of a sudden want to call him a wife beater? You know what I'm saying? Or a woman beater? Like, this is crazy. And it's not funny, too, at the same time. To have some kind of allegations like that, like from what you be saying sometimes, like for you to say something like that and for it to not be true, if you don't have no proof, like if he's a woman beater for real, then and you are who you are where you trying to drag somebody, then you're gonna have pictures, right? You're gonna at least have some pictures. And if you don't have no pictures, then that means there's no proof. That means you just trying to put yourself.
Women don't need proof. Women don't need proof.
And if you lying, then you need to be locked up for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the alleged or the charges that he may get may have him in jail or may him lose endorsement deals just for the simple fact that you say he's beating you up and he's a woman beater. So this was funny and not funny at the same time, but it's reckless, man. Like, and then she had the nerve to say, "Oh, he's literally a liar because he was supposed to give me $62,000." Yo, your whole body is a lie.
Yeah, blackmail again.
Your whole body is a lie. You got fake boobs, fake tits, and everything that you come out your mouth is fake. Nobody is buying it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, man. I mean, I feel like Zion is probably. It feels like his career is done, man. Like, to be honest, like as a basketball player, because one, he's lazy. He's lazy as fuck. That seems to be documented. And then also, you can't stay healthy. Probably because you're not putting in that work. You're not building up the muscles around your bones to keep it strong. So when it gets a knock or something, you can just keep it moving because you soft as tissue paper. And then like you have this whole controversy surrounding you. Like obviously you're going like these teams like the Heat, they want to see players that work. You know what I'm saying? You think the Heat's gonna touch you? You think San Antonio's gonna touch you? You think Boston gonna touch you? Hell no. Like they're not gonna touch you because they want to win championships. They want players that work, and they don't want a player that is going to bring this drama with them. Now, allegedly, you beat women. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
Hey, but she just proved my point again with that little rant that I went ahead and said. You feel me? How women abuse the damn system in their favor, because when you're saying like people coming out with this stuff and no proof and this, that, and the other. When I was interrupting you, sorry, women don't need proof. All they need to do is what she was trying to do in the end with the bad acting.
Oh my god, the worst. It was worse than Lala. It was worse than Lala, bro.
Yes, only good acting Lala do is when she was getting smashed on Power. That was the only good acting that she was doing. When he picked her ass up and she was getting handled by Tommy, and I think 50 Cent handled her too. That was the only good acting that she was doing. See, but again, the true colors came out when she was with Carmelo. She didn't act like a mutt. She acted like a lady. She had roles, but she didn't have a role that made me look like a scut, like a mutt, like a midnight. And the true colors came out once again. I'm telling you, man, a lot of these dimes, they want to be hoes, man. You think they want to be loyal to one dude? Nah, they trying to get handled. They trying to act like dudes too. I'm sorry. We're not talking about our wives. We're talking about these mutts that's on TV. We're talking about these hoes that's in the streets that look up to these damn mutts. You feel me? And again, I can't blame them. You feel me? The City Girls is winning. Cardi B is winning. She said that she basically date raped a dude and she didn't get canceled. Imagine, you remember when 50, on Rick Ross said
she date raped somebody?
Yeah, when she was a stripper. You feel me? Yeah, and you got Rick Ross put Molly on in her champagne. She didn't even know it. You feel me? And then they took that Reebok deal. You feel me? I mean, it's just rapping, but goddamn. You feel me? Cardi B was real life. What's going on? And you got these young girls looking up to these people. I feel you looking up to these damn bops. Yeah, you're going to get handled by the real niggas in the streets. We're going to smash and dash. We're going to hit it and quit it. We're going to abuse and use that ass. And we're going to throw your ass to the curb. By the time a dumb square holla at you, done already, you got no inside. You got no more guts. Them shits is over. But at the end of the day, what people got to understand, I feel these people looking up to these stars. Why? Because the ones that act like mutts, they're winning. Yeah. Cardi B still married. What's his name? Offset. What? You were supposed to get handled and kicked to the curb like anybody else, any other regular dime. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? But again, you got squares. Just because you got money, that don't make you no real nigga. Because at the end of the day, Offset, I remember you was the backup dancer to Whitney Houston. Shit. I don't know nobody that was a backup dancer to Whitney Houston. You feel me? And it miraculously you blew. You feel me? I don't know, what did you have to do? Did you get hugged and sandwiched like the baby a long time ago? I don't know. You feel me? But again, at the end of the day, I can understand why this new generation of women look up to these people. But when they're being raised like right by people like Wes, that's gonna tell these dudes, hey, son, don't wife that down. She's a mutt. You gotta do what you need to do with her and get rid of her. Same like in Coming to America, where he say, sow your row of oats. You feel me? And come back and then marry this loyal dime. You feel what I'm saying? Kind of like when I was younger, when I was the biggest dog in the world. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? Thank God that happened before I hollered at my wife. You feel what I'm saying? Because I got that off my system. You feel what I'm saying? Before a nigga went ahead and took that leap. You feel me? Now, again, it is what it is, but people like us going to be raising a lot of men, you feel me, to treat y'all like y'all need to get treated. If you're a hoe, you get treated like a hoe. If your ass a lady, you get treated like a lady. You feel me? Period. Same person. You feel me? Young, older, it don't matter. You feel me? If you act like a hoe, you're going to get treated like a hoe. If you act like you have no respect for you, then why is it my job to respect your ass? I'm going to go ahead and treat you like you go ahead and giving me. If you wearing it, you going to the club, no drawers, and you wearing this short ass skirt, and you surprised that I'm not trying to take you on no, serious date. I'm just taking you for a 4 for 4. No, you feel me? I'm sorry, it's the truth.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, I mean, you said it all, man. There ain't nothing really else I could say on that, man, because it's pretty much factual. With everything that you said, and I mean, it's shameful that Mariah Mills is that like where your morals, where your parents, where your family, cousins, somebody has to talk to you and be like, hey, just stop, because you tarnishing your reputation.
It's already tarnished. She's a porn star.
But at the same time, like you were saying, like there's still other women out there that are like, oh, she doing what she need to do. She needs to keep milking this as much as she can, because once this controversy is over, she gonna go back to OnlyFans and just keep making money that way. So as long as she keeps doing this, she may get a book deal. You know what I'm saying? She may get all kinds of stuff, appearances on reality TV, if she keeps milking it. So I am mad at her, but at the same time, it's like, whatever. If that's you and that's what you want to do with your life, and you want your name to continue to get dragged, then do it.
Yeah. I mean, if the money is more important than your dignity, then keep going, baby. Keep going. Right. Exactly. You feel me? We got more up.
I want to make sure.
Pull up, huh?
What? Something else you want to say on that?
No, I was like, get that money, because everybody got Pornhub, so they can always fill you up.
Yeah, definitely. One more thing I wanted to say before we get out of here, man, is that the hate from Miami is real, man. The hate from Miami sports is real. I don't know if you saw this, maybe you heard about it, but the Oklahoma head coach, Brent Venables, was at, the Big 12 media days. Every conference has a media day where, they just speak to the media, basically. And he was asked a question on a radio show about his season last season, which Oklahoma, they went 6-7. Okay. And he basically said that, okay, well, yeah, 6-7 is not, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically 6-7 is not ideal. But, if we lost to Middle Tennessee State and if we lost to Florida State 45-3, then that would be something different.
How?
I was like, why? For why? For what? Why is this coming out of left field? First of all, Oklahoma, we didn't play you. You're not in our conference. We don't play you this year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he used to beat a DC at Clemson, whatever. But I really think it's because Miami and Oklahoma are battling each other in recruiting. You know what I'm saying? We flipped one of their players last year, Caleb Spencer, from Oklahoma to Miami. So I was just like, damn, like, it's like he had it ready too. Like for you to specifically call out, I don't know if Chris could pull it up, but for you to specifically call out 45-3 and Middle Tennessee State, obviously you're only talking about Miami, obviously, because there's no other score or team combination than that. The question is like, why? Like, why out of all the teams that you could have called out, you could have called out Texas, your rival. You're going into the SEC next year where you're going to get washed probably every other year once you get into that conference.
Mm-hmm.
You could have said something about them, Nick Saban, or you could have said, something about Oklahoma State, your other rival. For you to just call out Miami and Cristobal, it's just like, why? And then it came back to you, Wes, and I was like, oh,
the beaches, the women, and the weather.
And the weather. Hey, it's like, damn. So that's what they really hating on, and they hating on Miami, because I still feel like of all the Miami teams, the Miami Hurricanes is hated the most. You know what I'm saying? I think people kind of like across the country, people kind of like the Dolphins. Some people actually kind of like the Heat. If you go to Washington, that you can hear "Let's Go Heat" chants.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Milwaukee, you can hear "Let's Go Heat" chants. No one really care about the Marlins and the Panthers that much, where they gotta hate them. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna hate on Inter Miami because Messi here now. He chose Miami out of all the teams in MLS. He chose Miami, so there is gonna be hate for Inter Miami. By the way, you see him at Publix?
Yeah, man. That's why he came down here. He like, man, when I come to Miami, Miami people ain't groupies, man. They gonna go ahead and let me shop. One person, two person, probably try to take a picture, but they ain't gonna have to shut shit down. That's why I came to Miami. Not only because of the beaches, the women, and the weather. And I know I have a family, I got a wife, but my eyes still fucking work. You feel what I'm saying? And while I'm going ahead and enjoying this damn weather, I'm gonna go to Publix and I'm gonna have me a Publix sub, probably a chicken tender sub or some shit like that. Enjoy it. But
exactly.
Yeah, I seen it, kid. I seen it, man.
Yeah, shit's crazy. So we'll see how that fandom keeps going and if that hate keeps building for Inter Miami, just like our other sports. But that shit just kind of blew me away that this head coach had the audacity to call out two of the games that I think cut the deepest last season. That Middle Tennessee and that Florida State, obviously as a rival, we just got washed, and then Middle Tennessee, we got washed by them too. And who the hell is Middle Tennessee State? So yeah, man, the hate is just real. And I think it is recruiting, because Mario Cristobal he's a cutthroat recruiter, man. He goes for whoever, he feels like should be on this team. And I think that is the reason for the comments. But what you think about that?
I mean, I feel the same way you feeling as far as with the recruit, especially after you went ahead and kind of expanded on that. I think that there should be no reason why you're talking about us right now besides what you said. Now, again, when in regards to recruiting, I don't know why they mad, because all of the real talent come from Dade County or come from the Florida period. You feel me? When they come from, and when I say Kings County is all of Florida, not just South Florida. You feel me? So when we already have the talent and now we got the right person at the helm, of course people gonna be mad. I mean, piggybacking off what you said when we spoke on the Canes earlier, when you're like, these people, damn, I lost my train of thought. When it comes to Miami earlier, I think. Damn, I don't know what else my point what I was trying to make. Damn, it was a good point too. But regardless of the fact, when it comes to Miami, people gonna hate us regardless of the fact. People don't like that we got a perfect person at the helm, and we got great recruiters. Of course, we got Jason Taylor, we got a Hall of Famer in our hand. I mean, we had another Hall of Famer in Ed Reed before he wound up leaving, and there's just another reason why you're gonna go ahead and hate us, because look, they already got all the talent over there. Again, they got the beaches, the women, and the weather. Again, they already stole some players previously, like you said, Spencer coming and flipping from over there. And I think that was one of the safeties that was, giving, when we spoke on the Canes like a few months ago, saying like he's kind of giving Cam Kitchens like some kind of bravado of his own. So to have that type of specific player that you wind up stealing, you feel me? Of course I'm gonna feel some type of way, but it doesn't matter. You know why? Because like you said earlier, now I get the on point back. We were like 5-6, and people still committed. So you're trying to be like, damn, I was hoping that the bad season would have probably swayed people to come in our direction that we was recruiting. Also, it didn't work. So let me go ahead and try to say something right now, because I'm probably in like the mix of getting someone right now that you may want, and this comment may help. But it don't fucking matter for me. At the end of the day, the people that want to come to Miami, they're gonna come to Miami. It doesn't matter what coaches like this say, Nick Saban, this guy over here. It doesn't really matter. If you want to come to Miami, you're gonna come to Miami. It probably gonna take a little while before it's just like first quarter they coming to Miami. Why? Because we're rebuilding right now. But following up to what we said earlier, if we wind up having a good season, comments like this is just gonna be hot air that's being blown, and we're just gonna go ahead and continue to build. Or Mario Cristobal is gonna continue to build, and this fan base is going to continue to build. And that's one thing that the rest of the football league don't want to happen is Miami to be good. Because if y'all thinking that I'll talk shit, imagine me plus everybody else from Dade County that know what they talking about sports, that's going to go to the damn game, that's going to go ahead and be talking shit on their social media too. Hey, it don't matter. I'm just one person. If you got the whole Kings County, meaning all of Florida, talking shit, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. I just want to make sure I threw that out there because I was kind of shocked that came out this week. Because it just makes no sense. Mario Cristobal, you think we're gonna call out a game from Oklahoma? You think Cristobal is gonna do that? Gonna call out some random score from Oklahoma? Y'all went 6-7 too. It's not like y'all had a great year. Why? I actually tried to look up and see. Like, I was like, damn, dude, they got beef from back in the day. No. You know, because they are the exact same age. But they never played each other in college. Miami, he went to Kansas State. Miami never played Kansas State. He grew up in Kansas, and we all know Cristobal grew up down here. So I don't understand what the beef is, but it has to be recruiting. Has to be, because that's the only thing that makes sense. But
funny thing is, motherfuckers hate us so damn much, but every trend that we set, people around the damn nation want to go ahead and follow. We motherfuckers come up with the turnover chain, and motherfuckers want to come up with all type of other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So again, at the end of the day, they hate us because of what we know, the beaches, the women, of the weather. They hate us because we got all the talent in South Florida, and they hate us because we say what the fuck we want. You feel what I'm saying? We say what we want, and it's backed up by what we say. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to come over here to beef up the O-line, the D-line, and that's exactly what he's doing. And you can't win. Real people that know football know that you need a good D-line and good O-line. Everything else, you could do what you need. You feel me? Yeah, you're going to have the quarterback, but the quarterback, the O-line is going to open the gaps for the running back. The O-line is going to hold it open for the wide receivers to cut and run their routes. It's not going to be a premature route. Whereas like, oh, the quarterback sucked. No, it's not the quarterback. He has no time for the wide receivers to open up. Real people that know football know what it is, and that's the reason why they talk shit. But it doesn't matter because you can't stop what's still coming. You feel me? Tomorrow's still coming. So you can't say shit. It don't matter. They still coming over here, just like what we saying.
Yep, facts. That's all I got, man. Unless you got something else.
I had one more thing. You feel me? I had heard it on the radio. You feel me? I don't think we're going to talk too much about it, but it said Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, Tom Shady and Bill Belichick make the Hall of Fame because Barry Bonds, Kurt Schillings, and Pete Rose can't make the Hall of Fame because of so-called cheating. And everybody praising Bill Belichick, everybody praising Tom Brady for being the GOAT, but these people got caught multiple times cheating. And I heard somebody say, oh, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying. Fuck that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Oh, every team try to get the upper hand. I don't care what every other team is doing. I'm worried about who got caught. You got caught, and that's how I'm going to scrutinize your ass. And if people like Barry Bonds that got acquitted still can't go to the Hall of Fame, then why the hell this guy Bill Belichick that's supposedly coming close to the GOAT, the real coach of all time, who gave him his name, Belichick. You feel me? I don't care if you pass him. This should be some type of asterisk that say you got caught cheating like 2-3 times. Or 3 or 4 times. Let me say no, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm sorry. I want to know, most likely you're going to feel the same way like me because we don't like the motherfuckers anyway. You feel me? But I don't understand how they throw Barry Bonds, Kurt Schilling, you feel me, Sammy Sosa, all these people that we know possibly were doing steroids. Well, all the other ones said they did steroids. They got caught. Barry Bonds didn't get caught. You feel me? He didn't get caught. He went to trial. He won, period. So you can't tell me that, hey, it's just like OJ. OJ didn't murder her. He won, right? It may be questions in your head that he did it, but hey, it is what it is. On paper, he won. He didn't do it. So that could be my argument. You feel me? Even though most likely internally, I'm probably like, this motherfucker probably did it. But I don't know. But on paper, you didn't do it. On paper, you did it. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Tom Shady. What's going on? How can you make the Hall of Fame? How, when it's coming up to you surpassing, you need 18 games to pass on what's his name? Our head coach, Don motherfucking Shula. And nobody want to mention the cheating, Deflategate, Spygate, multiple times. You feel me? You got Marshall Faulk over here, even with the first ring that on Bill Belichick when they were playing the greatest show on turf in the Rams, saying that he didn't understand. He played football his whole life, and it's like they knew every damn play. Why? Because Ben was doing it.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm thinking. And I could assume that because you got caught in every other time. If I got caught cheating with my wife, and I'm over here saying I'm chilling with my homegirl, that's a lie. That's what she's going to tell me because you got caught before. And I got caught 2-3 times. And then now the 4th time, my dumb must be the biggest dumbass in the world to believe me. Because she's not. She's going to say you cheating. So I don't care what you're saying, Tom Brady, Tom Shady. I don't care what you're saying, Bill Belichick. You're cheating too. Why y'all don't get scrutinized like y'all do Miami? Why y'all don't get scrutinized like I do in Barry Bonds? Why y'all see? I didn't even like baseball, but these motherfuckers that cheated made me watch. You feel me? When they was going that home run and they were going for the title, Sammy Sosa and they ass. I never watched a baseball game in my life. I tried. It was so boring. I changed the channel. For me to go ahead when I was younger to go ahead and watch that because of these people that actually cheated, except Barry Bonds because he was acquitted. Yo, I understand the other people, but Barry Bonds, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose, he's not in the Hall of Fame. But you got Bill Belichick, and they got the motherfucker Tom Shady's. They motherfucker saying that he's supposed to be the GOAT. Yeah, I know. You looking because everybody laughing in the background like, yeah, this nigga West going.
You know the wife's from Boston, so she's over here falling over when you say Tom Shady and Bill Belichick. But yeah, I totally agree with you 100%, man. But I'm going to try to answer your question because your question is why. Why?
Yes.
And I think for Tom Shady, it's the fact that he's got basically 3 Hall of Fame careers in one. You know what I'm saying? So I think regardless. And Belichick really was that coach and he's got, I believe more championships than anyone else. But they should have an asterisk. They should have an asterisk. And all those other players should be in the Hall of Fame, especially Pete Rose. Pete Rose was only gambling on baseball. It's not like he was trying to get a competitive advantage like these people doing steroids or like Bill Belichick spying on other teams or deflating footballs. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are actually trying to get a competitive advantage. Pete Rose, he's gambling. And now gambling is so like, okay. It's so just like everybody has gambled something at one point in their life. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, although the NFL is trying to crack down on people who's gambling right now, you know what I'm saying? I think the people who getting caught gambling right now is just stupid because, if you really wanted to gamble, you could gamble, just don't get caught doing it, especially if you're in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So Pete Rose was, he definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest hitters to ever hit in those days. And he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. And just like you said, the only reason why you was watching baseball when it was Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire is because they was hitting home runs every other day. And that's the only reason why people watch the Patriots, because they was winning championships and coming back to beat Atlanta. And, so why not give them the same grace that you're doing with the Patriots? Because we're only watching because they're winning, they're a dynasty, whatever, albeit could be just downright fake championships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they may be 1 or 2, maybe, but to be honest, to your point, if they was cheating once, they probably was cheating every game. They probably just got caught those times that got put out into the public.
Yeah, because think about it. If you think about like relationship wise, like I was saying before, a guy that cheat, his girl caught him smashing the girl. You think that's the only time he smashed?
Right.
Like,
right, exactly.
He was in that fur all the time. He just got caught today. Same thing like what you're saying right now. What you think that they did it once, twice? No, they've been doing it. They just got caught. Everybody was thinking everything was sweet. That's how cheating happens. You're thinking that everything's going the way it's supposed to go, and then somebody's just trying to have the upper hand. They want their cake and eat it too, or they probably eating another cake. My bad.
Exactly. So yeah, I totally agree with you. I feel like it's either one or the other. It's like you let them all in, just let them all in. Whatever they did, what they did win games. Like literally they won games. So put them in. And don't be saying, okay, well, baseball is different, man. It's kind of a snooty sport when it comes to the Hall of Fame. But they should definitely let all of them in. I'm not gonna lie. Sammy Sosa should get in. Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was actually a really good player before he started doing the steroids. And
allegedly.
And then Pete Rose, allegedly. And then Pete Rose definitely should get into the Hall of Fame too, man. So I totally agree. But that this nation, they like, for some reason they like the Patriots, man. They like Tom Brady, but the other thing too that justifies it for Tom Brady, and I've been coming around on Tom Brady lately, shady, is because he went to Tampa and won. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me feel like, okay, well, maybe, what you weren't cheating all the time. I'm sure you were cheating some of the time. Mm-hmm. That's documented. Mm-hmm. But the fact that as soon as he went to Tampa, he won a championship, being as old as he was, just kind of is solidified for me that he should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. And he's definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, but Belichick, I don't know about that because, you messing with the great Don Shula's legacy, so I don't know about that.
Well, for me, I hear your argument about him going to Tampa and, still winning. But if me and you went and robbed the bank and you was them in the car waiting for me to come out the bank with the cash and we drove away in the same car and somebody wound up getting killed in the bank, but you didn't know that I was going to do that, you going down with the ship too. You know that, right? So I'm saying you going down with the ship too. It's what it is. You feel me? That's why I have to use these different ways. So whoever's listening, because we know we got a few Boston fans lurking. You feel me? Like we gotta make you look at it this way, because if we normally just speak football, they're just gonna overlook the law when it comes to certain things, when it comes to comparing it to another type of story. So hopefully these guys ladies and gentlemen that are actually listening to this podcast right now, y'all gonna be like, yeah, man, I'm probably looking at Tom Shady a little different now. You feel me? But I don't know what we're gonna do with people from Boston because they're just like New York. They got rats too.
And they hate us. They hate us even more ever since last year with our Heat and our Panthers knocking their ass out of the playoffs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you don't have anything else, you got anything else now?
Nah, that's it. That's it for me.
All right, so this is going to conclude this episode of the MarcWes Sports Podcast. Go ahead and follow CanesCounty.com on all platforms, the MarcWes Sports Podcast on all platforms. And until the next episode, hopefully we get Dame by then.
Yeah. Dame time. Where you at? Dame time is late.
You feel me? So, yeah, man. All right, kid.